The dope gang poisoned me. Yep, the dope gang poisoned me. If you like me, the dope gang poisoned you too. You remember that Biggie track when he said, that credit, forget it. You think a crackhead paying you back, forget it. That's not what credit is about. What's up, my fellow felons and convicts? Successful convicts, that is. Speaking of which, what I need you to do right now, not now, but right now, I need you to subscribe to this channel and make sure you like this video. And if you don't like this video, dislike it. I don't care. I want to know what you didn't like about it as well as what you liked about it. Leave me a comment and let me know. But today, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you need credit. Yep. Number 1 reason why you need credit and why credit is so important. You're just getting out. You're trying to get back on your feet, right? What's the first thing you're going to need? A job. You're going to need employment. You got to have stable employment to stay out here on these streets. Otherwise, they take you right back in, right back where you came from. And then you can go in there and work for like 7 cents a week or whatever. A lot of employers are now asking for credit scores. If you got bad credit, you're more likely to steal from the establishment from which you're working. Now, whether you're working on cash register, you're working in the back and you're stealing products from the company, you're most likely to steal according to statistics. And you already know when we're going up against statistics, ex-felons, ex-cons, we're not so successful. Society deems us the bad seed, the bad apple of the bunch. That's going to make the rest of the bunch rotten. We need credit for employment. Hey, it would be messed up that you would have gotten the job even though you had a felony or a record or whatever you want to call it, X on your back, but you didn't get it because your credit was bad. And the reason why it would be so bad is because you can fix your credit. There's no reason to have bad credit, especially when you're coming out with a so-called clean slate. Now, you may not have a clean slate as far as society considers you to have a clean slate, but when it comes to credit, you pretty much got a clean slate because every day you can work on fixing your credit. Number 2 is you're gonna need a place to stay. The first thing you need to do when you get out, food, clothing, shelter. You're gonna need stuff to eat. How you gonna pay for stuff to eat? By getting the job. Sometimes the job is gonna need credit. So now it comes to a place to stay. Landlords are asking for credit checks. You're gonna have good credit to get a place to live. If you don't even come against, we're not even gonna get into the whole not renting to a felon, doing a background check. Some places are even doing credit checks because they feel that if you have bad credit, then you're most likely not going to pay your rent. When you make late payments, it strikes your credit report, brings you down to the bad credit pit, and you're going to be seen as one of those people that probably won't pay their rent. And you got to think these people are going off probabilities and maybes and what ifs and all that type of stuff. Having good credit is not only essential to getting a good job, but it's also essential to getting a good place to rent. Now, what if you don't want to rent? What if you say, Bonte 83, I'm not trying to rent, I'm trying to buy a house? You're going to need good credit. You're going to need good enough credit to get the house. You're not going to get a house in those low credit barriers. The bottom, you're going to have to build that credit up to get that house. And another thing about the credit and getting a house and getting a job, the better your credit, the better your chances of getting these things that you want and the places that's checking for your credit. Now, if you're trying to get a house, the difference in a 600 score compared to an 800 score is going to be your finance charge. People with higher credit and higher credit limits and all that type of stuff, they pay less than people with lower credit. But we'll get into that later. You're going to need a credit. whether you're renting or you're trying to own a home, you're going to need good credit. It's just the way it is. And I'm here to put y'all up on it so y'all don't get out here and get lost in the sauce thinking it was how it was when you went in. Some people coming in from some long numbers and a lot has changed. Lots. And credit is the new king. Because if you haven't been paying attention, if you was too busy in the TV room watching videos and arguing over who looked better, Kim Kardashian or Khloe Kardashian, and that type of stuff that goes on in the joint in the TV rooms, and you wasn't paying attention that they trying to phase cash out, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Number 3 reason why you need good credit. Credit cards. Man, I don't know how many times I've spoken to people and I've asked them, what is your credit score? They have no idea. They don't even know what their credit score is. Some people are quick to tell you, oh, my credit's messed up. Oh, yeah, it's messed up. Well, what's your credit score? I don't know. It's bad. Might not even be as bad as you think it is. Good credit scores lead to people having faith in you, lending you money via credit card. Some people still under the old assumption that credit cards are bad. No. Overspending on credit cards is bad. Not knowing what to do with credit cards is bad. But having credit cards can be a good thing. It shows your credit worthiness. It shows your credibility as a person in society. Society trusts you. These banks trust you. They're giving you a credit card with a credit limit on it. You take this credit limit and you can do wonderful things with it. Getting a place to live, putting it on a credit card, which when you use a credit card, you're using the bank's money or the lender's money, because it's not always a bank, it could be a credit union. You need to get you some credit cards, which you need to get your credit score up so that you can get credit cards. It's always good to have a credit card with a nice limit on it for an emergency. Something might happen. Oh man, my tires are slashed. Now, yeah, you might have insurance. Insurance might cover it, but you might not. You got to get those tires fixed so that you can go to work and make more money. I don't have that type of money on hand right now. I want to plan on to get my tires slashed. Voila, whip out a credit card, pay for the tires, and now you can pay in installments on those tires that you didn't have the readily available cash for at that moment. But you did have a credit card because you listened to Bond 83 and you got your credit together. The 4th reason why you need credit. Car loans. How you going to get to the job? How you going to get to the house or the apartment or the condo or whatever? You need a car. And you know how it is when you just getting out of prison. You don't want to be stuck on the side of the road. You don't want to be in an unreliable vehicle because you just might be out of bounds or be somewhere you're not supposed to be or be in an area that's not good for your well-being. Get you a reliable vehicle by getting your credit straight. Just credit just gets you the nicer things in life. Why not? A car loan helps build your credit even more because it's a loan. And when you make the car loan payments, it's showing that you have credit worthiness again. Remember that word, credit worthiness. The 5th reason why you need credit is for travel perks. You got the job, you got the place to stay, you got the credit card. Now you're using credit cards. What are they giving you? Well, you got the car loan. You need places to go in that car when you're not on work. You're not at work, you want to go travel. Using that credit card builds up points. Now, you got to use the right cards, but that'll be in videos to come. Using those cards give you points. Now, I know they're starting to give you points for debit cards too. But why not give you points? You're using your money. See, this is the difference between a credit card and a debit card. Use a debit card, right? Swipe it. And let's just say a scammer gets a hold to your debit card. Drains all your money, regardless of the amount. Drains it all. You calling the bank or the credit union, the lending institution, and you're trying to get your money back. You're gonna go through hell and high water to get that money back. And it might not even be overnight. It might not even be over day. You might have to wait weeks and months to get that money back after they do an investigation. They find out it was fraud and they try to get that money back. But when you got the credit card dealing with the bank's money, hey, I think my card was hacked. Okay, we're going to shut that card down and issue out another card. And we're going to do an investigation. As long as everything is on the up and up, which it is because we're successful convicts, we're not repeat convicts, it's going to get taken care of on their end, and you're going to go about with your credit limit and your credit card on your end. Those are 5 great reasons to straighten out your credit. Now, with the travel perks, when you get those points, you can use those points to get cheaper flights and cheap hotels. Now you can use those points for airfare and for hotel fare. When you spend cash, what do you get? You ever heard of a cashback program for spending cash? You get discounts, but you don't get cash back. Spending cash help your credit? No. Maybe in the streets, your street cred, but it's not going to do nothing for you with these financial institutions. I just wanted to give you 5 reasons why you need credit. If you think I'm lying, tell me in the comments. But make sure you subscribe to the channel first, because why would I lie to you? I'm telling you what I wish somebody would have told me when I've stepped foot out of the prison system. You know, you coming out, you at your most vulnerable position. You don't want to go back. You know, some people, not all people, you don't want to ask people for stuff. You want to get it on your own. You want to prove to everybody that you changed, some of us. And hey, start by building your credit. Credit is going to take you way further than cash would. Trust me. It's a new world out here.